This video is all about the nightclub, and in this video I'm going to be showing you which locations you should be buying in, what upgrades you need, all of the small details including the VIPs, the cash in the safe, how to get your popularity up, showing you how to manage your warehouse and all of the employees you have, and then we're going to sell it in a public lobby. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So this is an updated video. I did basically the exact same video last year, and obviously since then the channel has grown quite a bit. I think the last time we did this video, I think we had like 40,000 subscribers. Now we're at like 140,000 or 204. Oh my god, 240,000 subscribers. Absolute madness. So there's a lot of new people on the channel. Not only that, I wanted to do it with face cam as well. So a lot of the stuff that we're going to go over in this video is similar to that video, but it's just updated for 2024. So without further ado, let's get into it. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are outside of my personal nightclub. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about nightclub locations. Now, as you can see, mine is right here in the heart of Santa Monica, right near the beach. And the reason mine's here is just because I personally like this location. It's next to my CEO office, which is just right over there. It's next to my arcade. Everything's just in this area because I personally just like the look of this area. I like being near the beach. But let's go into our phone and talk about these locations and how to purchase a nightclub and how to upgrade it. So if you go into Maze Bank, enter site. Up here, you can see you can filter it to nightclubs only. And again, I said this in the last video I did, but they're all going to be in the city. There is none up north. You have 5 nightclubs to choose from. 10 nightclubs. You have 10 nightclubs to choose from. Idiot. And currently, if you're watching this in the week that this video went live, it is 2 times pay on the nightclub. So that's why we're going to be selling for a lot of money. And it's also, the nightclubs are on sale for 30% off. So if you are watching this in the future, everything in this video is still accurate and pertains to you. The only difference is they're not going to be on sale for you, and you're probably not going to make as much money. But as you can see, they are all currently on sale. So this is my personal nightclub. Again, I like this location because it's right near the beach. It's near my CEO office, all of that stuff. But it is all personal preference. What I would recommend is being close to these freeways or motorways or highways, whatever you want to call them, because it'll just make your sell missions a little bit easier. So for me, when I do sell missions, I typically come out right here and then go straight down here onto the freeway and go this way. That's just what I've done in the past, as I'm sure what we're going to do here today. All right, so now let's talk about renovations. Now, most of the renovations for the nightclub are going to be cosmetic. So if you're a newer player, don't worry about doing all these cosmetic things if you don't have that much money. Obviously, right now, if you do have a little bit of money, they're currently on sale. So if you really wanted it, now's the time to do it because you'll save some money. But for the most part, don't worry about it. But as you can see, you can change it right here, and it is currently on sale for 30% off. Now, as far as the lighting rigs are concerned, you may think this one's cool. This is what I did. I was like, oh, this one's sick. But on the last video I did, if you saw it, it blocks your view from your office. So if you like looking at it outside from your office window to your dance floor, this thing just puts a big black wall in front of it and you can't see it. So I did end up upgrading to this one right here, which does look better anyway. Nightclub name, again, it is all personal preference and you don't need it at all. And to be honest with you, I had the Omega, the free one, when it was free, for the longest time. I only upgraded not too long ago. Now, as far as storage is concerned, I personally would recommend upgrading all of these. So obviously, this is for your storage facility. You're going to want to make sure that's maxed out so you can make the most amount of profit and just be able to store as much as possible if you're like me and you like to fill it all the way up before you sell it. And as far as the garage is concerned, or the garage, I filled it. I have all 4 of them. Mine aren't even full at the moment, but we all know car space in this game, especially if you're trying to collect all of the cars, can get a bit tight sometimes. So if you want to get all 4 of them, go ahead. Next up, we have dancers. You can do whatever you want, personal preference. You can do 2 girls, 2 boys, or a boy and a girl. I have 2 girls for mine, but as you can see, they are on sale. And then dry ice is just the smoke machines, basically. So if you want your nightclub to look cool, go ahead and get the dry ice. All right, so now that you've purchased your very own nightclub, let's go ahead, head inside and talk about your nightclub popularity, how to fill it up incredibly fast if you have a little extra money and you're not too scared of spending it. And I'll show you everything else you need to know with the WALLSAFE and things like that. Okay, so the first thing you'll see on the bottom right there, my popularity is not full, but I'm going to show you how to get that up. And the first way, if you can see down there on my mini-map, that blue dot, that is actually somebody that needs to be kicked out. And we all know kicking somebody out if you own a nightclub is by far the easiest one to do because you literally just throw them out. But there is other options where you have to drive them to a hospital or drive them to like their house. and those just take way too long. Where the hell is this guy? But those options just take too long. And if you do have some of those options, I have it in my older video, but I'll try and show it to you in this one a little later on as well. You can basically, if you have one that says you need to drive somebody home, go down to your basement and then come back up the elevator. And as you walk back in, it'll switch out the mission. So that's what I always do. So you can see now our popularity is almost full, not quite full. So what I would do, and this is what I do even when my popularity is at 0, if I haven't been around my CEO office in a while and it's all the way down, what you're going to want to do, and this is for people that have money and they're not afraid to spend it, right? I have enough money that I don't worry about spending 100k here or there. I make enough passive money and stuff like that that I don't need to worry about it. If you're a lower level player, I would just kick people out of your nightclub to get your popularity up. Or you can actually call, and I'll show you that here next. But for this one, if you want to get it up, you can see right here. So let's go ahead, register as a boss. If you go down here to resident DJ, now this is how I personally get it up if it's at 0, but it is going to cost you $100,000. And what you would do is click rebook, confirm. And for me, that's probably going to be full all the way right now. Let's take a look. It's not. We still have a little bit to go. So then what I would do is rebook, confirm. And now you can see it is full. It is all the way up. And if it's empty, it does take 10 times. And you literally just go rebook, confirm, rebook, confirm, rebook. And just keep going back and forth 10 times. It'll cost you $100,000, but it'll get your popularity all the way full. And then the last way to increase your popularity right here, if you go to your phone and give Tony a call, you can see right here, you can request club management. And that's just going to be some little missions that you can do, whether it's dropping off flyers, as you guys have seen with the blimp, and things like that, basically. You can also request a limo. But most importantly on this one, if you call Tony, you can see your current nightclub popularity. Ours is at 100%. So if you're ever wondering, is it full? Because I'm trying to make the maximum amount of money an hour, especially right now, since it's 2 times pay, you're going to get $100,000 every 48 minutes with the WALLSAFE. So speaking of WALLSAFE, let's go talk about that. So right here is the WALLSAFE in your nightclub. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And as you can see on the bottom right there, mine's at 250k and it's in red because that means it is full. It is maxed out. The maximum amount of money you can hold in this thing is $250,000. Now, this week, it is 2 times pay, and you're going to get 100,000 every 48 minutes. So make sure you are coming here and emptying it because it's going to fill up fast. I would empty this thing every 2 hours because if it rolls on over to the 3rd hour, you're actually not going to get that 100k, right? You're only going to get 50 because it's going to fill up your safe. So definitely always check up on your safe. So let's go ahead and grab this real quick. And there we have it, $250,000. Now you can close your safe if you want. I did hear some people in the comment section of one of my videos once saying if you leave the safe open, it won't make money. That's not true. I feel like I never close this thing and I'm always making money. So that's just not an issue. But talking about the lights, remember earlier, this is what it looks like right now. So when I want to look out my office window, you can see the nightclub floor. You can see everything going on. Whereas the other one, it was just a big black screen from the back of those light up screens, essentially. And it just ruined the view. So this one is definitely the one to go for if you're wanting to spend money on your nightclub. All right, so now that we've gone over all the little details inside of the nightclub or owning the nightclub, let's talk about warehouse management. So if you sit down at your computer right here in your nightclub, it's going to open up this menu right here. This is your dashboard and it's going to show you everything you need to know. So obviously right up here at the top is your nightclub popularity. As I've just shown you, you can either do missions by calling Tony, you can kick people out of your nightclub, you can drop people back off, or you can switch your DJ to get that all the way up. Next up, we have nightclub earnings, which is how much money you've made from the nightclub. And I think it says 5 sales. I could have swore I've only done like 2 on this account, but okay. 5 sales, probably some smaller ones at the beginning. And then warehouse earnings down here. So you can see right now, I'm actually sad because I wanted to do a full nightclub to sell this week for you guys. But it's been taking forever for this thing to... It takes a long time, but we'll get into that here in a sec. So next up, we have nightclub management, and you can see right here, promote club. This is going to be the same thing as if you call Tony. So you can either come here and do it, or you can just give him a call. And you can see right here for the safe, current daily income's 100k. It is 2 times pay on that this week. So if you're watching this in the future, it's most likely only going to be 50,000 an hour for you. Just FYI. Now, if we go into resident DJ, again, you can... I only have 2. I've never even collected these people because it's a pain in the butt collecting them. I just have these two right here, and I just go back and forth, if I want to get my popularity up. And by the way, I should mention, if you're like, you know, obviously if you rebook one, it'll go up by a very small amount, 1/10. But if you do want to get it all the way full, you can just collect one of these guys and that'll fill it all the way up because it'll be a brand new person. All right, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the nightclub, the warehouse management. So if you're new and you don't have any of these, what you are going to want to make sure you do is, first and foremost, own the MC business. I said last week it was my least favorite business. I never do the sale missions. I never do anything to do with the MC business, and I don't. But the reason I have it is because it funnels all of those businesses funnel into the nightclub. And that is where you're going to make the majority of your money with the nightclub. Now, obviously, with the more funneling in, you're going to need all of these technicians. So if you're just starting out and you only have one of the MC businesses, let's say Coca-Cola or South American Imports, then you just need one of them. But as you purchase more businesses with the MC, make sure you're upgrading this as well. And one thing I did want to mention is they're not all MC businesses, right? The cargo and shipments, you're going to get that from either owning a special cargo warehouse or a hangar. You can get one of those. You don't need to have both. You can either buy a hangar or a special cargo warehouse, and you'll have the ability to assign one of your technicians to the cargo and shipments. And then as far as the sporting goods is concerned, that is by owning the bunker. So if you own a bunker, you can assign a technician to the sporting goods. Then the other 5, those are the MC businesses. Now, let's say you have somebody like this, right? This guy's got an exclamation point on his, and you can see right here, South American Imports, there's an exclamation point. Why is that? This one's got the tick, this got a tick, this got a tick, this got... Then these two have the exclamation too. What's going on there? Well, what's going on with this guy? If you click on all of these, you can see he's cargo shipments, he's organic produce, he's printing and copying, he's sporting goods. This guy's nobody. And the reason he's nobody is because the pharmaceutical research is actually full. So if we go to sell goods right here, you can see pharmaceutical research is 20 out of 20, which means he doesn't have a job. So what I would do, let's say you just sold everything. You should set all your guys up to like cargo shipments, sporting goods, South American Imports, pharmaceutical research, and organic produce, and then wait till it to get all the way full. Once it's full, these guys are going to no longer have a job. So what you're going to have to do is come back in here and reassign them, which is what I did probably about a week ago. It was a little too late for it, to be honest with you. And when you reassign them, you'll reassign it to one of the other businesses, and then that'll slowly start filling up as well. And it does take a while. And the exact amount of time it takes to fill this up, supposedly it's 66 hours. And you got to be in game for 66 hours for this thing to fill all the way up. So that's, you know, it's a tough one. But there is a trick where you can get unlimited nightclub stock. And I know what you're thinking. Hold on, that was patched years ago. I did a video last year on the unlimited nightclub stock, and that one has since been patched. But I did a video literally like a month, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, and there's a new way to do it. So I'm going to see if I can show you right here. If I can't, I'll link the video in the description so you can check it out and try and recreate it for yourself. But really quick, before we get into the unlimited nightclub stock, which I will show you here next, is the upgrades. So let's talk about the upgrades. Equipment upgrade, 100% get this if you can afford it. It is a little bit expensive, but obviously this week everything is on sale, so you can definitely wait to get these on sale. But honestly, I would get these right away if you can. But essentially, the equipment upgrade improves the productivity of your warehouse technicians, allowing them to procure more goods faster. So it just speeds up your production speed. And staff upgrade, I would definitely get this. It just reduces the daily popularity loss of the nightclub, so you don't have to maintain it as often. It goes down, the bar goes down a little bit slower. And last but not least, we have security upgrade. So this basically stops you from getting raided. I personally have never been raided on this account. I don't know anyone that's been raided. I think I've heard people in the comment sections of some videos that said they've been raided. But maybe the reason we haven't been raided is because we have the security upgrade. Who knows? But anyway, I would get all of these if you can afford it. Even the security upgrade, even though I don't think I need it, it's not that expensive. If you have the cash, especially when it's 30% off, just do it. So just for the sake of this video, let's test out the unlimited nightclub stock. So what you're going to want to do is call Johan, and this is going to request a mission so you can basically speed up getting stock, right? So you can see current stock level 59%, and it's worth 2.8 million. So request nightclub goods. Now this usually has a 20-minute cooldown, but if you're trying to speed it up this week, which is what you should be trying to do because obviously it's 2 times pay, you're going to want to make sure you're doing these Johan mission. Okay, so there he is called. Let's just hang up on him. And now we just need to go ahead and steal the cargo. And just FYI, for the nightclub missions, when you see someone driving around like this, you can't blow it up. Rockstar's very, what's the word I'm looking for? They're all over. They're inconsistent when it comes to these missions, because a lot of missions, when it's a cargo truck like this, you can literally just blow it up and then you can pick the cargo up off the ground. Not for these nightclub ones. You are going to have to actually steal the cargo. Did he turn there? No one turns there. All right, and just like that, we have dropped off the cargo. Okay, so as you can see, cargo delivered. We got 27k for that, and we got some cargo to sell. So now what you're going to want to do is go to your interaction menu, go to preferences, and go to the LS car meet. Then go into online, find new session, join an invite only. Once you've got to the LS car meet, just run on down to the test track right here. Now, this is where you need to pay attention. So what you're going to do is you're going to enter the car to do a test drive, right? But as soon as you click to do test drive, you're going to go into your phone, call Johan, and then you're going to spam either A if you're on an Xbox controller, X if you're on a PlayStation, or I think it's W, whatever it is to, like, see where that tick is? Whatever you would press for the green, press that, spam it. So again, A on Xbox, X on PlayStation, and whatever it is, I guess W on PC, or enter, I don't know. Now, what your goal is to make it take as long as possible for you to stand and walk to the test track. So you don't want to walk or test drive. So you don't want to basically do this. You don't want to walk up to the car, be this close, and say test drive, because you're so close to it, you'll just open the door and get in. You want there to be a space where when you call Johan, it takes a while for you to get to the, into the car so you can request the next job. So having people like this that are like blocking the car is always a good thing. You see how I can't walk past her? So that means it's going to make it harder for me to get inside of the car. So if I go around here, oh, we can get in it. Okay, now, so I've moved her a little bit. You see how just walking in front of her? We've moved her a little bit. So now, oh, no, get back over where you were. Now what we're going to do is get a little, she's moved again. Okay, she's getting into that position again. So let's push her. And then let's go up to this car. Inch towards it. You want to be as far away as possible. She's bloody... Okay, so test drive. We're going to say enter alone. And then straight away we're going to go in here, call Johan. And then just spam A or X. Or whatever it is on whatever console you are on. Or if you're on PC. Just spam it. Keep spamming it. Keep spamming it all the way through. If I had my headset on, usually you can hear like a little tink. Like you've pressed the button. You know what I mean? But now we're in, and you can see the car just flashed. You saw the car flashed when we were in. And now what it's going to do, and I haven't done this in months, so this is breaking news. Unlimited nightclub stock still works. And there we go. Johan, boom, nightclub stock. Now we can go and get more right away. I mean, that's instantly. First time, first try, it worked instantly. So that video I did do a few months ago is still accurate. It still works. You can still get unlimited nightclub stock. I just proved it. And what I mean by unlimited is there's a 20-minute cooldown for the Johan jobs. But with this trick that I just showed you, there's no cooldown. So you can completely just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. I'm sure Rockstar will patch it though, so just keep that in mind. All right, and just like that, we have dropped off our second nightclub stock. So it does still work, and I'm glad I tested this. Because it was a couple months ago that I did this video. And to know that it still works currently in today's date, which is April 25th, 2024. So instead of getting just 3 resupplies an hour, now you can get as many as you can do, basically. So now all that's left to do is sell this and sell it in a public lobby. I'm going to be showing you what I look out for when selling in a public lobby. But to be completely honest with you, you can do it in an invite-only lobby if you want to. I always sell my things in a public lobby, and the reason I do is because it's the same thing I always say. Only risk what you can afford. If you're newer to this game or you don't have a lot of money, let's say you've got 5 million in the bank, just do it in an invite-only lobby unless you feel confident do it in public. But for me, I have so much money and I don't need money. I have all the businesses, all the cars I want. So even if I lost this, it would suck, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. All right, so this is what I look out for in a public lobby. First and foremost, there's 29 people in here. So we are going to get the max bonus for having, the in demand for being in a public lobby, essentially. So what else I'm going to be looking out for is the chat, which my face is currently covering. But right now, they're just talking about food. So we're good on that one. There's no one talking about modders or hackers or anything like that. The other thing I look out for is the kill feed on the left-hand side there. Is there a lot of people that are just being wiped out at once, which means it could be a modder in here. Is the people like CEOs that are fighting against each other. But so far in this lobby, doesn't seem to be too much going on. So let's head on over. Let's head on over to the nightclub. And I'll show you the last thing we're going to look at just before we do a sell mission. Because so far, it seems like this lobby isn't too bad. All right, so we're going to get into the nightclub vehicles here behind us in a second. But first, let me carry on talking to you about what else I look out for. So if you go into online, go to players. So within here, you can see. So there's me. We are a clean player. Our mental state is normal. You don't need to worry about me, right? So then if we go down, this guy's mental state's good. And that's what I'm looking for, the mental state. You can see if I go through these pretty quickly. I don't mind if there's a little bit. Like even that, I'm not mad about. He's not awful. But if this one's a little unstable, so keep an eye out for Vex. But you're basically, it's got a 0 KD though. So basically, if you have people in here that are psychopaths and things, you don't just get that by running over a few people, okay? You get that by actively seeking out and killing people. I would definitely switch lobbies if I saw that. But as I've said, this lobby seems pretty solid. So let's talk about the delivery vehicles here real quick. So when it comes to delivery vehicles, you first of all, when you purchase a nightclub, you get this little guy right down here for free, the Vapid Speedo Custom. Now, as far as the other two right here, you can see the Maibatsu Mule Custom and the Pounder Custom. You have to purchase these through Warstock Cash and Carry. And to be honest, I'm surprised that they're not currently on sale since the nightclub is on sale. But you can see both of them right here. They're actually not that expensive, so you don't really need to worry. 72k for this one, and I think it was 100 and something for the other one. So they're not really that expensive. But upgrading them, it is going to cost you a lot of money. In order to upgrade them, what you're going to want to do is, let's say you've just purchased this one. You're going to get inside, and then once inside, you can see press to access vehicle workshop, and here you can fully upgrade it. So mine is fully upgraded. A lot of people tell me not to use the remote missile battery. Like if you put that on top of your car, you can get stuck under bridges. It's never happened to me, so I'm going to leave it on there because it just looks badass. But essentially, depending on how big of a sale you're doing, obviously, if you just sell this thing like every day, you can use this little guy right here. And you also don't get to choose, by the way, which one you're going to be using. It depends on how many you have, how much cargo you have. So for me on this one, we're going to be using that big boy. So now that's all left to do is sell all of this cargo you can see right here. You could do this from your office, or you can come over to this little console that's down here in your basement, I guess. And every basement has it. So if we go to sell goods, I'm not even going to sweat it. We're just going to do it, okay? We're just going to do it. So 2.9. I mean, we could have kept going doing that replay, right? Resupply, 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 resupply. But for the sake of this video, we were just going to sell it in a public lobby, see exactly how much money we can get. Maybe this week I'll do another full one. I'll see if we can like fill this thing all the way up this week. And then later in this week, we'll sell a full nightclub to see how much money you can get in a public lobby. So if you want to see that, subscribe with notifications on, because we'll be doing that later in the week. But for this one, we're just going to sell all goods, confirm. This lobby looks cool, but all it takes is one. You guys know this. All it takes is one bad apple to ruin it for everyone. All right, Tony, what's going on? It looks like, oh no, it is the big one. I saw the little van on my mini map, and I'm like, oh, we've got a small truck here, huh? Nope. All right, so 3 deliveries. That's actually not bad, right? Please don't ruin it for me, game, okay? Please don't ruin it for me. We're going here first. Let's just go. Let's go. Okay, so I could go into Ghost Org, which I think we should do right away. It's unavailable. Since when is Ghost Org unavailable? Am I going crazy? Has it never been available during the nightclub missions? I'm so confused. I'm really confused. I'm driving awfully because I'm not looking at the game. I'm looking at my Ghost Org. Okay, well, I guess you can't use Ghost Org in the nightclub cell. Why have I never noticed that before? Or have I just never done cell missions? So, by the way, one of the things that I do have on this truck is the mines. So if someone starts chasing me, we do have our little delivery mines that we can drop. Or delivery mines. Our little... Okay, let's just drop it here. I was trying to drive down there. Not worth it. Not worth it. Okay, there is a plane knocking about, I can see. But we're gonna... This thing's awful. I can't get up the hill. Look at this. It's literally going backwards. This truck cannot drive up a hill. Okay, you know what? Let's speed this up until we get to our next location. That ability has really confused me. I'm going to be honest with you. But anyway, let's speed it up a little bit. Like I say, this lobby seems pretty nice. So I'm not too worried about it. All right, here's our second drop. So far, so good. I don't want to jinx myself. There's a guy down there, but he looks like he's at his motorcycle club, to be honest with you. Don't want to jinx myself, but so far, so good. We've done 2. They are very far apart from each other, so that's probably why there's only 3 delivery missions. But yeah. All right. I'll come back to you guys in a sec. That's what they were talking about. You see my face coming up to that bridge? I was like... I saw that bridge coming, and I'm like, is this what they're talking about when they say that you can't make it over or under bridges? It sure was. It's all right. We'll take the side road. Oh, God, that train. I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice that. All right, let's speed it up again. All right. Anyway, there we go. Third one. Dropped off. Like I say, it was fairly easy, but I did all my due diligence at the beginning, making sure we were in a pretty decent lobby. There wasn't a lot of killing going on. There wasn't anyone with, like, crazy mental state. So we did a good job. That was flawless. And there we go. 4.2, basically 4.3 million. Okay, that wasn't full, but $4.3 million. I'll take it. So what we'll do is this week we'll try and sell a full one. So that video will go up later. So make sure you subscribe and notifications on. If you're watching this in the future, I'll try to leave it linked in the description of this video once it goes live. All right, guys. And that is it for our nightclub guide. Hopefully it helps some of you guys out that are new to the game. There was actually some new information I shared in this video versus the one that I did last year. So I am glad that I remade this video for you guys. If you have any other tips or tricks that I missed in this video, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below. So the people that are watching this video, because we all know we all go straight to the comments and see what's going on. So if you have tips or tricks, leave them in the comment section to help out other people. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys as always tomorrow with a brand new video. Goodbye.